Okay, to cover one of our faults, we have built in a mixer overload. And the mixer overload is if our motor pulls too much current, we trip the motor starter. That's typically what we're dealing with. So here you can see that we were running, the unit went into a fault condition, our display turned to a red. If we hit the OK button, it's going to show us that the mixer motor status is in alarm. So that directs us to figure out why we're pulling too much current with that motor. If we open up our terminal box, our switch box, we'll see that motor starter in the top right-hand corner. Here it's changed positions from the 12 o'clock down to the 9 o'clock position. So we have to double check that our trip point is 1.1 times the full load amp data from the motor. We have to be sure that our water flow is not blocked and we missed it with our minimum water trip point. Maybe we have that set too low. We can remove this fan shroud off of the motor. If we're going to remove the fan shroud, it's very important that we turn off our breaker before we do that. We don't want our fingers in when we remove that fan shroud. So turn off our breaker. We would remove this fan shroud. There's just 3 screws that we have to disconnect, and try to spin that fan with your finger. It shouldn't give you any resistance to be able to turn that. Once we've done that, what we might do is now we want to run a flush cycle. So we turn the unit to the on position. We would turn it to the off. Once it's in the off position, it would try to start the motor, but since the motor's at fault, it's just going to open our solenoid valve and run through. So we have to reset that starter again. The motor will kick on for us and we'll be able to run some water through. Once that water runs through, we can start introducing the polymer again, and hopefully that has corrected our problems.